Hey folks, welcome back. Alright, so completely impromptu stream tonight. And this one, guys, it comes to us from Sunny Family. And Sunny Family, thank you so much for this request. I probably would have not thought, oh, this would be a fun video. So super excited about this one, guys. So yeah, thanks again, Sunny, for hooking me up here with this one. Anyway, and I apologize. I did not know I could very quickly and easily give you the planet address for this animal. Apparently, all I had to do was go up there and just read the thing, and it comes right up. So, if I had known it was that easy, we would have squared this away days ago. Okay, so whatever that is, C. Calyptus, or whatever its name is. And right there in the readout, portal address, so booyah. Hopefully that comes through okay on the channel there for you. And Sunny, just as a special treat, just because I fumbled the football on that one, you know, didn't know that one, tee. I am actually going to take you to one more that I just found about 35 minutes ago. And I am super excited to show you. So I already showed you the glowing planet with the glowing fly thingies, whatever, flyers. I just found another planet with two of them. One of them's blue and one of them's like a white dragon length looking thing. It's pretty cool. And I put a base marker down for no other reason than to show you this portal address. And before I get into the build tutorial side of things, I will absolutely get my picture off the screen. But just for the intro here, bear with that, and we'll get this out of the way in a moment. Okay, so, planet address. And thanks again to Sunny Family for teaching me that this thing is also very easy to find right here in the photos. Excuse me, camera mode. And there you have it. So yeah, two flyers here, guys. Like, I saw the one and I was like, oh, it's kind of like the one I had, but blue. Cool. And then I saw this other one and I was like, oh, mama, I want one. And of course, you know, because I'm here live, then they're just not going to spawn in. Oh, there we go. Absolutely love at first sight when I saw that. I was like, oh, I want one. So yeah, I'm going to actually grab another one. I already scooped one up. But, so yeah, I always pat, treat, pat goes ahead and tops them off. And then the right seals the bond. So I don't know, just it's something different, it's something super cool, it's just as fast and maneuverable as the other things I've been flying. And I mentioned a blue one, just like the one that I already have. But I don't seem to see those. So the secret is, guys, not all flyers can become companions. Like these other ones that are out flying around that I really wish could be, they have to land. So if you see a bunch of flyers and they're just not landing, those are not the droids you're looking for. Oh, there's the blues. The blues. So yeah, both available at said planet address. So anyway, Sunny, I hope that makes up for the delay in getting you that other information on the shark. And I can't upload this because the base is too small. And I don't know how big the base has to be. So, like, I don't know what to do here, but I really wanted to upload it. I guess you'll just have to go through the glymph process. And, yeah, so I'll go ahead and head back to my other world, where I actually already have... Actually, scratch that. I want to show you guys another bridge first. Because I like giving options in my videos. Let me try to think now, what in the heck base that would have been in. I think it was my grow house. Alright, and I'm going to take a quick second to grab some water. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely the right base. A lot going on here at this base. But I made an extended bridge kind of based off the idea, and I think I even showed this in probably my gold farm video, stream, whatever. So basically I just took the other design, plagiarized it, and constructed it. But it was just way too freaking long. Like, you couldn't even see the other side. It was just... I was like, okay, we need something in the middle. So anyway, I constructed this center column. And it didn't look right, so I just did a little something on top, and it filled it in for me. So I thought a cool idea would be, instead of running the cables on the whatever, the tower mount, the pillar, actually moving those mounts out here to this pointed area. And of course, you know, some would be coming down at an angle like this, and some would be going backwards even. You know, that was an afterthought. So I don't know, maybe I'll revisit this. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a visual here. So I'll show you how I built the thing first of all, and then we're going to move into, if you want, you know, something like this in the center, how I got into that and how I mounted that. So I'm going to try to find a nice long span of space here in this other world when I get back over there. That's actually my nanite farm world, and the reason I like it there, yeah, there's drones, but they more or less leave me alone unless I'm doing something naughty. But excuse me, I'm trying to think if I need glass. I don't think I do. Let's just pretend. I'm very sure I'm not going to be using glass. Okay, so we'll make a quick jump, and we'll get this party started. It is super late at night, by the way. Well, after midnight on a school night. It is actually 1 in the morning. So when I had this brainchild, it was probably closer to midnight. I was like, I got plenty of time. I'll set the stream up. I'll be done in an hour. I'll be in bed at a decent time. And we're just now at the starting line, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I cannot promise there will not be vanilla ice cream with frozen berries and chocolate sauce involved in tonight's stream. But for now, I actually just kind of wanted to... Oh, yeah, I actually did a little more work on the base here. So getting back to bridges, you know, and suspension systems. This thing was really just irking me. It would not let me place wall builds under here the way I wanted to make it look like something was holding up that center spiral. Just wouldn't take. I tried every angle, every altitude, every distance. It was just, yeah. So instead of that, I was like, huh, maybe I can do a suspension idea, you know, kind of follow suit on the bridge. So it works. Like, it looks structurally sound. It looks like it's counterweighted. And it makes sense. The design makes sense. It's equilateral. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm not an engineer by any means. I just, you know, I kind of visualize things, whether or not it's believable. And to me, this sells the idea that it's counterweighted. So anyway, just, you know, since I couldn't get the substructure built the way I wanted, I just went with that. Anyway, yeah, so it's build time, guys. I'm going to find a span, and I might actually start building at a new site. Reason being is I've got 2 nanite farms here. And it doesn't matter how many you have, to be honest. Like, you can actually just keep rewarping to the same one, and those balls will respawn for you. So it's not like, you have to build a bunch of farms to, keep getting that currency flowing. It's just more of a nicety. So I built 2 just so I could bounce back and forth, have a change in scenery, different parts of the world, whatever. But yeah, as far as the bridge goes, I was kind of hoping I'd find a nice span of water maybe to put it over. But I'm pretty sure that's quite a ways out of base distance. Okay, I'm gonna ponder this and I'm gonna find a build site. And I know there's like a base limit, I think it's 35 bases. Guys, I have no idea where I'm at. Like, I've got a lot of bases down right now. And a lot of them are to do nothing other than to mark, a cool animal I found. Or, for example, my Flyers base that I just showed y'all. So, yeah. I could just go ahead and start a new base somewhere around here. Okay, your bases. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, let's say... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 12. 12 rows of 3, 36. So then that's... Not counting my freighter, I'm right at 35. So if there's a base limit, I'm already spent. Let's see, let's test this theory, shall we? Because honestly, I've never hit. And maybe I did once. Actually, what? Instead of... I'm just curious because we've already started talking about it. This is for science. I'm going to try to find one of my save markers. Not that one. Wait a minute, maybe this one. Yep, that'll work. I try to pick a site that's scenic. If you're going to build a bridge... you kind of want to have something to look at. Not a whole lot going on here other than the lake. I think that's my... Yeah, that's another possible site. Actually, this one works better. This is the site, folks. Alright, so with that, I will go ahead and get the actual build side of the tutorial going. So guys, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment, like, share, subscribe, and comment. That is always appreciated. Let's get into this. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, I really just want to test the base theory right now. But I want to be smart about it this time. I have a bad habit of dropping base markers because I'm in a hurry. And I have some kind of resource right by it. And I could have moved that base marker just a little bit over. So yeah. So I'm thinking of spanning between here and that landmass over there. So I'd want to put the base marker, somewhere in the middle, down that valley most likely. That'll be all encompassed, it'll all be under one roof. Again, something nice to look at, it's scenic, the bridge serves a purpose, so I could build a building structure like a cliffside structure here, and I could actually, have the bridge infused with the building, like what I just showed you on my Gold Farm world. Just throwing ideas out there, the bridge can be open-ended, like the one... actually on this world, I don't know if I'd bother to even take you guys over there, but I could even do something like this. You know, take advantage of the cliffside here, the natural terrain. And then the bridge would meet a taller structure, say over there. Ouch. Bro! I did nothing to you. I'm gonna harvest your organs. Okay, but before we get in too deep, again, I have a bad... Wait a minute. Oh, my multi-tool got changed. That's right, I just picked up a Sentinel multi-tool. Very cool. Completely unexpected during some random quest. One of those echolocators or whatever took me to it. And I think I'm using an alien one. That's the one. Okay, see, right off the bat, hotspot. So chances are pretty good that's going to be a little bit outside of base range. I'm not super concerned about gas spots anyway. But since there's nothing else nearby, I could put a base marker down over there somewhere and relocate the bridge. And it just wouldn't be a nanite farm, which I'd be okay with. It's these decisions that keep me up at night, clearly. It's after 1 in the morning, as I previously mentioned. Okay, you know what? We're going to do this in style. Why have animals if you're never going to fly them? Oh, I got it. This is a no-brainer. No, I'm glad I took the trip. Okay, let's once again... Okay, that's kind of out in the water somewhere. So yeah, we should be able to reach that very easily. Okay, nothing else nearby. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and drop base marker here. Bro. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And this is not going to be permanent. Just to get the party started. Okay, now if there is a base limit of 35, this should not let me build a base. Wait a minute. Is that because I'm at build limit, or is that because I'm too close to another base? That's not anywhere near me. Okay, so yeah, I guess base limit of 35 is actually a thing. It doesn't actually come out and say that, so that's super confusing. It should say, like, you know, you've reached base limit or something. Or unless somebody else has already claimed this. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell me. Dig nabbit. Hopefully I'll remember where this is. Man, I hope nobody else claimed this, because if that's what it's trying to tell me and it's not, you know, to do with bill limit, that's poopy. Hello? I know you can land here. Bro. Was my game broken? Okay, it's letting me claim base here. So yeah, there is something that it does not like about that other site, and this also tells me I am clearly not at base limit at 35. I honestly didn't think that was going to do a thing at all. I just assumed it was going to tell me the same thing. So yeah, apparently this... I don't know, is my save beacon causing that? Bro. We're having landing troubles 2 nights. I overshot my landing by like 1,000 meters. Don't mind if I do. I go through that sodium nitrate. Like, especially in Starship battles and stuff, because I just eat the damage and then I just keep recharging shield. So yeah, that can go very quickly. I don't think a save beacon has ever prevented me from placing a base marker, so yeah, I think there's something else going on here. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud here. That's a real shame. You know, I really wanted to span a bridge there. That'd have been very cool. Wow, what are the odds? Like, that just kind of hit me. This game is supposed to replicate the Milky Way galaxy. What are the odds 2 people placed a base marker at the same place in the entire galaxy? Something smells funny. And I keep my channel G-rated, so I'm not going to say what it smells like. Alright, just to make sure this isn't a fluke. Because I'm playing multiplayer enabled, so either somebody's base is here and it's not uploaded, or, you know, something's screwy with my game right now, because I've actually never encountered this, not even one time. Oops. I cannot believe it. I actually found a previously claimed site. Am I the first person to ever do this? Like... Alright, well, X-nay on the bridge building A. At my juicy, mouth-watering site that I just thought I found and is no good to us. It was probably somebody that, you know, was playing the game. They put down their base marker there, you know, because the game told them they had to. And they were like, yeah, this game sucks. Yeah, great. Now I can't build a bridge there. Okay, now this is getting juicy. Let's go over here. I can take a bite out of this. We got some terrain, we got some, you know... Yeah, I'm feeling it. It's not going to be a very high bridge. Unless I build a building, you know, like some kind of structure. If we were going for height, this really isn't it, but I think we'll get the build point across, you know, regardless. So yeah, you know what, we can make it cool. We're going to do this. We're going to do it right here. And I'm not sure which ways I want to go here. I want to keep my options open, so again, you know, I'm trying to think ahead a little bit and center locate the base marker. I'll take a quick scan of the area, no gas. Ooh, look at that. That's a C. But yeah, this should be doable from this distance. Alright, finally got our base marker down. And I'm absolutely going to upload this when, you know, the base is big enough to allow me to do that. But yeah, guys, it's bridge building time. And the cool thing about this is I have several spans that I can go out in different directions, so I can spider these out. So I can literally build like tons of bridges here. I can do them all different, like we can have an absolute bridge building party here. And I'm going to do just that. Okay, first I'm going to water the horses. Ah, good stuff. Alright, where's that hot spot? You know what, it kind of makes sense to build in the direction of that. So what I think I actually want to do is column this. So the bridge will be built up still, you know, at a higher level. And I can meet it higher on altitude over there. So I'm actually going to start at this side is what I'm getting at. I always forget the button for this. How do you drop the marker? That's not it. Neither is that. I go through this every time. There we go. It's the X button for me. Okay, and because I'll totally forget the name of this place and what I was even doing here. And I think I'm in a 3-star system, so I always like to mark my bases according to the economy, so I never have to play guesswork when I'm looking at that giant list of things I can never remember. So yeah, absolutely, I punched that in for that reason. I guess we'll name it it's a fitting name. Alright, and again, quick travel. I'll probably keep this thing out for a while. I feel like I'm cheating on my other favorite flyer. Always start off on good terms. Oh, bad thing about flyers, I totally forgot. Water. They do not do good. They don't know the water's there or something, so they just try to fly, like, still caressing the terrain, and then they end up diving too deep, and it kicks you off. So I'm going to try to island hop here to prevent that. No Man's Sky, if you're watching, I would love it if you guys could look into that. Because, I mean, I gotta be honest, this is awesome. Like, I love the flyers in this game. But it'd be nice to be able to fly over water. Okay, so yeah, we're at a good altitude here. So yeah, definitely want to base this bridge build off. So I'm just kind of laying this out for you guys so you can see like how this is like the survey mode. Trying to figure out angles and all that. So let's find out where this hotspot is. I'm actually pretty freaking close to it. Okay, but I want to keep the high ground. Let's go ahead and get rid of all the hazards. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is going to take us to our digging machines. This will be like a bridge with a purpose. And I'm even half tempted to back up. Like, the bad thing is render distance. You can be standing at one side of the bridge, and you won't be able to see anything on the other side, or the cables won't spawn in. It doesn't look right. The holographics won't spawn in. It doesn't look right. So honestly, this is a pretty big span for a bridge, and there's going to be issues with it. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you want the bridge to look nice as a whole, it's got to be a relatively short bridge. Not to say this is going to help a ton, but I'm actually going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to use this piece of land as a starting point. That shortens the span already. And guys, you can either go big, if you want a nice wide bridge, you can absolutely go bonkers. You can go extra wide here. They both turn out super cool. So really, the question is, what are you doing with it? Do you just want it to be a skinny little thing to get back and forth between two quick places? Or, if you want it to be more in-depth and detailed, make the wider one. You guys can throw decorations on there, seating, just little side stuff, for fun. So you know what, since I have smaller, skinnier bridges built, I'll just go ahead and go large. Actually, no, stand by. I need to stick to the skinnier one for the tutorial purpose. That just made that decision real easy. Okay, I'm going to go right here. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense with the land mass. I like it. So there it is. We have finally broken ground. Oops, God, I hate that. And I've already pre-farmed a ton of carbon. Oh, another little build tip. First person is your best friend. Alright, so that's where it's starting. Now guys, I'm just going to lay these all the way across. And the good thing is when you break builds, you know, you don't need to worry about the thing falling apart or collapsing. And I cannot forget that I have my animal out. I'll just start getting hungry. I'm such a good caretaker. Now if I had a real life pet, I'd be like, go away, I'm streaming. I need to feed my fake animal and give it attention. Okay, so I'm going to be building quite a structure here when I make it to this other side. Yeah, this is going to be a big bridge, guys. Wowzers. So I'm going to have a big central building here. I'll probably do like a 6-spoke tower or something. Yeah, that's going to be another day. For right now, I'm just going to put some kind of... So I have a good idea on like what I'm doing here. Okay, here we go with God mode. Alright. I know I have a jetpack, but I still like my stairs. Alright guys, so that's it. So now what I do is I figure out where I want the towers to go. The 2 towers for holding the whole thing up. And since we're doing a water span, I might not even do a central tower at all. Normally I would on something so long. But what I might do is put the pylons up even higher and extend the cables out further. I think that would be more legit for this type of bridge. And this actually won't come all the way over here. It's going to be more water. So this is how I figure out where I want that to be. So yeah, my first tower is going to be right here, right around the shore where the shore meets water. You know what, I better dismiss that. It's going to be constant. Okay, so if I want my tower to go right here, yep, this is the build. So I'm going to knock 2 of these out. Bam, bam. We're going to go right to triangle builds. And it doesn't matter, you know, which side you do it on, because these are temporary. I mean, you can keep them permanent. You know, if you really like the flooring being contained in here, you know, you can match the grain so that it looks nice. I'll show you guys that. So you have a nice, you know, it looks like it belongs. It looks legit. And then you can just fill in the gap with... Wait a minute, what did I do? Yeah, that's right. Magically, it'll find a space there. So, you know, that kind of interferes with the wood grain pattern now, unfortunately. I was trying to get it to go the other way. There. So that's how you can keep that. So if you like that, you know, you can keep it. I personally just like to use it as scaffolding for the walls. And then from there, I put the straight pieces back down, and then I have railing going. So it's just kind of like the supports are independent of the actual walk path. Alright. Now, unfortunately, going down with the tower is going to be the hard part. That's what's time consuming. I don't know why they have to make it difficult on us. But what I like to do is use the natural angles now that we have created. And voila, we now have our starter walls. Now going up is easy. These will stack up all day long. And the other bridge that I have on this world is 5 high. But again, the span, that was about right for the angles and stuff for it to look right. This one's probably going to go up about 8, maybe 10, given, you know, how far across this thing is going. And personally, you know, again, this is just for scaffolding, so I'm going to clear these back out. And I'm going to keep the straight through. Bro. A magic pixel. Okay, so now I said this was a nuisance. And I kind of brain farted. I probably should have left the scaffolding up there, because in order to build down, you have to have wall piece sticking out. I don't know why, guys. It drives me absolutely batty. So yeah, you could have actually left those triangle pieces in, at least until you got past this part. But, you know, this is just a workaround. Again, it's just kind of silly. It feels super time wasteful to have to do this. But we have to work with what we've got here. And now, of course, the pieces won't cooperate. Okay, so now that I got a wall piece there, I can go down to the next level on all 4 of those. Now we can reclaim our carbon. And unfortunately, we have to do this every step of the way on the way down. Actually, I could just use stone slabs to do this so I don't have to keep bouncing between menus. Might speed it up a little bit. So I guess what I'll do is just one side of the bridge for now. Because, you know, they're both the same. It's symmetrical, I guess is the right word. Oh yeah, see, I can't build down, I just totally forgot. I'm like, why won't that snap? Oh, what if I can just move it down there? I'm so smart. I've only built like 50 of these and I just now thought of that. Bro! I wonder how many times I'm going to say bro tonight. Hate when that happens. Like that one pixel where you think it is, it isn't. And then, yeah, you guys know. Y'all know. Oop. I forgot my scaffolding. So yeah, of course, the taller the towers, you know, the more time intensive this part's going to be. And now maybe I can... Yeah, who cares what side it goes on? It'll do the same function, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's quite a bit quicker at least. And same menu. I win! Yeah, I wish I had, like, some music or something. I think I've said that before, like, something else to do here besides watch me build painful build processes. Oh, and by the way, if you wanted to do something cool here at the bottom, you can. Like a wider pillar, you know? You can just basically go out another layer with triangle pieces and build around to conform the shape. I personally don't like the way they really look, so I don't typically do that. But it does give the bottom more of a legitimate appearance in the way of, you know, it looks like it's on foundation. So, you know, maybe I'll just go ahead and... The bridge I have built over the other way, you know, it's just like this all the way down into the ground. So, you know, you guys can just keep going with this. And I like the bottom pieces to match up. So... You see, like, some of that's hitting the ground and some isn't. Now, of course, you can just leave it that way and hope nobody goes to look too close. But if you're a stickler for, you know, details like me, you can actually, you know, do this funny business with the scaffolding again. You know, go down another row of wall, and then that'll make these change appearance to be more solid, like this. So, I'm not going to go through the trouble right now because I want to build this other thing just to show it. Okay, so I actually want that to look like it's here, just above the water line. I'm going to rip these back out. And then from here, I'm actually just going to build a whole bunch of triangles, guys. So the shape is already there. You don't need to, like, overthink this. And the nice thing about stone, no grain. You can build them any freaking way you want. Loving it. So we're just going to go out a layer. Come on. Just like all the way around. Do 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 do. I think I got it. Okay, so you're probably already smelling what I'm cooking here. Now we can use the big wall, and these are actually sometimes easier to place. Not always. But, yeah, they seem to find the right snap point better. Of course, now it's not cooperating. There we go. And sometimes you have to flip them to get it to, you know, orientate right. This is going to be testy, so I might actually have to use God mode here. And we all know how I feel about God mode in this game. And I'm just doing that for conformity, so it looks like it, you know, is complete. Probably a waste of a wall, but again, stickler. Bro. Alright, hello games. Can you help a brother out? I mean, it's cool y'all are working on your new game and all, but it'd be cool if this one worked good. Just saying. Alright. So again, getting back to, you know, conformity and everything looking right and all nice and pretty and matched up. So now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to build down to get those top pieces to all look the same. So you'll have to use kind of like that holographic, or, you know, you can use your terrain manipulator and then put it back when you're done. But yeah, normally when I see that black stripe kind of pop in, then I know I'm in the right place. Okay, it just changed. Perfect. So even though I really couldn't see the graphic down there very good, Uh-oh, that did not take. Why didn't that take? There it goes. Okay, so that's it. Again, it's just, you know, something extra you can do to make it look more legit. And honestly, for such a gigantic span, that might be the way I go anyway. Just kind of like a foundation pillar there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and continue the work with the support arms. I knew I was going to miss that. And I knew I was going to take fall damage. Oh yeah, disclaimer. Not might, but you will witness tons of fall damage. And I will run out of oxygen and suffocate multiple times. I'm 7 high. I'm 8 high right now. I feel like that might be okay. If we don't like it, we can always raise that. The bad thing is you got to redo all your cables. So I usually like to try to get this right the first time, you know, because the cables are kind of a bear. I'm not going to lie. I can't tell if that's matched up. Kind of hard to tell when you're standing low. I might use God Mode here just so I can get the height right. Okay, I think I went 8, so I need to go one more. Yeah, I think I nailed it. Okay, so that's 8 high. So yeah, we basically just have to match that on the other side, guys. You know, whatever way you want to do it to secure it to the ground, it's up to you. You know, same type of deal. Try to find out exactly where you want that to go in place. Now, another thing you might want to think about is once you have one column placed, I like to keep even numbers. You might have noticed I used a 2-wall system instead of a 1 for that center column. And that was because I had an odd number. So, you know, what I did then in that case was I knocked 3 builds out. And then I placed my triangles just as a guide stone. Kind of like this. And then I was able to place, you know, the starting walls for that center column. Like so. Actually, no, I did not use half walls. I used full walls, and then they overlapped each other. So this was a bear to place in my other... Yeah, see, it's already misbehaving here. So anyway, I'm just going to build the guide walls, and then you guys, you know, can finish the rest if you so desire. So yeah, that's it right there. So, you know, it kind of fills it in the same. It's just a bigger structure. So when you have 2 smaller structures on either side of the bridge, and then that, you know, bigger structure in the middle, it makes more sense. And again, I just did that to fill in the extra gap of the 3. It was just the way it worked out. But anyway, I would try to probably stick to an even number so I don't have that funny gap in the middle. Unless you want the funny gap in the middle to have a bigger center column. Okay, so 8 high. So from here I'm going to count. Ah, goodness. You know what? I count better like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 30. 32, I wonder if their bridge is longer than my age. The bridge is longer than my age. $60. 61. Okay, I'm getting real close to... Okay, so now I can, dictate 62. So right now, if I want an even number, I could say, bust out these two builds. Bam, 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 there goes my support. And I know I've got an even number of squares. So 62, half of that is 31, so I would just count 31 out, and that would be center point of the bridge. So that number is important, so you know how far you want your cables to go. But I actually don't want to put my support here. I think I want to get it, kind of on shore again, like what we did before. So doggone it, what was that, 262? Okay, then this would be 63, that would be 64. This is 68. So I just broke out block number 69 and 70. Okay, so again, guideposts, whoopsie. Oh wait. I boo-booed. Magic pixels, guys. Magic pixels. Ridiculous. Alright. You know what? I did that with wood again. I could have done it with stone. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and set my guide walls up here for the next tower. And I totally forgot how many squares I have. $68, is that right? Yeah, because 69. Haha, see, I remembered! Ha ha ha, I made it funny and I remembered because of the funny. If you're wondering what I'm talking about right now, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's our 8. So we are now on par with the other side. And just for brevity, streaming purposes. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. 5, 6. Bro. Berg. Yeah, just for streaming purposes, speed up the process, I will not mount the thing down to the ground like I did on the other side. But just for conformity, I would build it the exact same way. I knew that was going to happen eventually. Honestly, I'm surprised it took so long. I almost even said at some point I'm going to wind up in the drink here. Alright, there it is. So, tops of towers, guys. Booyah. Now, I do want to keep this straight, so... Delete, 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 delete. And fill in, so I don't walk over the hole and forget it's a hole and fall. Because I've never done that before. And I almost just fell back in the drink. Alright guys, so at this point it's time to lay cable. So because, you know, the span is a lot farther out, I always like to start 6 out, because really any span, it doesn't look right when the cables go down too steep into the bridge, especially when it's counterweighted. Now if I had, you know, counter cables, you know, in other words, I had cables coming off the back end too to secure it this way and keep the tower straight, then it probably wouldn't matter too much, as long as they matched up on either side of your tower. But, you know, for this design particularly, it's always a 6-block start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically number 7 gets deleted. Wait a minute. Number 6 gets deleted. Because at the end of number 6 starts a new line. So let me make sure I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets deleted. Okay, so after that, we're going to go down to 3. I'm standing on 1, 2, 3 gets deleted. Then from here, we just add 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gets deleted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets deleted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets deleted. And if I want to keep going, it would be 7 and 8 and so on. But I think I need to count squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. And what did I say? 68. Half of 68 is 34. So 25, yeah, that's quite a... Yeah, I'm going to go out one more. So I think I counted out 1, 2, 3. This is the 6. So now we're going to go 7, I think. 3, 4, 5. And this will make a lot more sense here in a minute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 gets deleted. There goes my life support. You know what, I'm going to preemptively hit that because I already know I'm going to super forget. Alright guys, so from here, bounce over to supply pipes. And what we're going to do is try to center ourselves right here on the plank. It doesn't have to be perfect, but so the bottom of your screen kind of still sees the plank that you're standing on. And just kind of look up from there. And you're going to go right where the cursor changes from an X to a little dot. Bam! You're going to hit that point. You're going to do the exact same thing on the other side as soon as you're able to build. Now you have to line that up with the build. So it looks like it's parallel to the build. Perfect. You see I got 2 attach points there. So we're going to do that on every single build that we broke out. Exactly the same way. Center yourself. You know, as close to the edge as you can get there. Right about there. And as long as it looks parallel with that floor piece, you're good. So like in other words, don't have it going out this way, you know, or back in too far. It should really look nice and parallel to that wooden piece there. So yeah, you might have to play with that a little bit to get it right, but there it is. And I can actually do this a lot faster, you know. I was just trying to talk through some of that, so I'll try to just kind of get this done as quickly as I can. And that'll bump us to actual cable laying to the tower itself. I love details in video games. And just listening to the sound effects when I'm near water in this game, it really almost vividly takes me back to the beach. I grew up near a beach. And yeah, just like the water splashing and bubbling, the waves coming in and out over the sand and stuff, they got it pretty close. Alright guys, now before I do anything else, I am going to build myself a platform to stand on. And I might even build stairs here, because that's an awful... Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna summon my starship so I can build. And then I'm gonna build stairs. AKA scaffolding. And I like the wide stairs because I build the skinny stairs and then I'm always falling off. Constantly falling off. So today, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. And before I actually climb said stairs, I might need to be down below to actually make these line up right. And guys, you're going to have alloy equipped or unlocked. And I like to go for the large alloy. And to get the counterweight set right to where it actually looks like it's weighted, I'm going to go out. Come on. But not back. I'm going to go forward. Just like that. Bam. And that's going to match up on either side. And make sure that the grain, I don't know what that's, brick pattern, the grain, I guess is the best way to say it. Make sure that's lined up right. So yeah, we're going to go out over here just like that. So in other words, make sure that orientation is the same. Just like that. It's got to match this because they actually are different sizes when you flip it. I don't know why, but it doesn't make the point right out here in the front. I'll show you what I mean. I'll go ahead and lay those real fast. Wait a minute, I boo-booed. I think it was back. I made a big boo-boo. No, wait a minute, this isn't right. It goes on the back too. That's right. That's why I said it needs to stick forward. So that's what we need it to look like, just like that. I just used the wrong... I guess I got myself tripped around there. Okay, so yeah, just like that. And again, make sure the orientation of the bricks is correct. Just like that. No, doggone it. I guess I'm having an issue because it's just a bit high up. Normally I'm building, shorter. Okay, that time I think I got it. Oh, I got a pretty beefy jetpack, man. This is not close to the ground. Alright, so that's what we should be playing with here. Now, here's why orientation is so important. So we're not going to do this right now. Right now we need those open-ended for the cables. But what we can do is we can actually find 2 points up here now. We can put this and marry it up with that other one. Come on, people. This game sometimes. I might have to go to God mode because, again, this is higher up than what I'm usually doing, so... God mode it is, against my will. I might even go up and above it just because I'm having issues here. Alright, so anyway, that's the center bridge. We're orientated correctly now, so what we should be able to do is find 2 attach points. And see, there it is. So there's one, and then one's out a little further. I don't know why, but that's just the way the game is. So what we want to do is we want to find that inner most attached piece. But again, this is an early step. I don't want to do this yet. I'm just showing you guys why orientation matters. So see, you've got a nice... You've got a nice pinpoint now, and those two come together. So that's what that's all about. But again, that's later. I just wanted to make sure I had these set right, because that's like an important piece of the puzzle here. Alright guys, so up top, on top of the tower, now that we've got a platform we can actually, you know, have a little bit of freedom to move about the cabin, go ahead and find those attach points we made. So now you can probably smell what I'm cooking. Now, my other bridge designs, I crossed the cables because I loved the look of it, you know. It made it look like it was... It just had a little something extra to it. So I'm going to follow that plan, and I'm going to cross the cables here. I'm going to cross the streams. I'm going to do what Egon said never to do, and I'm going to cross the streams. So I like to, you know, just kind of center, not on this line, because that line isn't center. So I just kind of like to eyeball center based on this point. So you see this rounded edge has like this flat piece here, and then it comes to a point. So kind of come back from there until that little X turns to a point. Bam. There's your attach point. You can do the exact same thing on the other side. All you got to do is line that up again. Come straight back. Bam. Okay, so now the next two are super fast and super easy. Once again, you should be able to find that easy, quick snap point. Bam, bam. Uh-oh. Are you freaking kidding me with the starship? This is another irritating thing about this game. That thing is nowhere near where I'm building right now. Not even close. Alright, so I said this should be quick and easy. Okay, so again, just, you know, it's all snap points right now. So just to show you what we're doing here and what that now looks like from the ground, and this is why I really fell in love with that crossed over look. And, you know, as you get more pipe laid, the more these just really look that much cooler. Alright, so anyway, I'm just going to keep going, guys. Now, unfortunately, the snap points disappear. Once you connect two pipes to one point, that's it. You're done. Game over, you know. So you might be wondering, well, how do you keep attaching up there? So, getting back to the staircase to heaven here. Yeah. So again, sticking to my crossover design. Got up top side, bada bing, bada bang. And now you just kind of have to eyeball it. Now what I like to do is kind of make it look like stacks of coins or something. So this way I know it's centered, you know. And it kind of almost looks like a shotgun shell or something on the back end. I don't know how else to describe that. But, you know, at some point as you keep laying different pipes, it's going to start looking like the stack of coins is getting higher. And that's kind of what you want. This way you know it's the same elevation and everything. But it's not, you know, so far back it starts throwing the builds off. Okay, so then what I'll do is kind of come back just a little bit from that point. You know, place another one. Bam. Now we're probably way too far away. Yeah, super sad. I don't know if we can zoom. No, of course not. That would be helpful. But I can go into God mode, I guess. Against my will. Alright, so yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll come out of God mode. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, got a little stack of coins going there. Come back a little further. A couple of pixels or so should do the job. Once again, stand crossed over. Pow. Here we got two more. On each side. Okay, so continuing the stack of coins here. Okay, back about another 2 pixels. Beautiful. Okay, so this is one of the rare situations. I gotta admit, God mode does help speed the process up a little bit, because otherwise you'd be running back and forth. Nobody wants to do that. So this is one of the rare times I will actually agree with it. I still don't like it because it disorients me. I hate getting whipped back and forth. It's just not for me. But right now I'm actually able to stay in it. Okay, I think we're golden. I think we're straight. I think we're done with both sides. We got them all. And look at that, guys. It's a nice... Like, that's another thing. Just as you're moving, movement changes, like, aspect. So, it's just, again, it's just a lot of fun. And I'm nerding out on y'all here, but... Sunny Family, thank you so much for the idea here. I am having a blast right now. Alright, so we're done with this part. Now what I'm going to do is get this, hopefully, get this polished off quickly with those builds again, the alloy. Bam, perfect, okay. And then, now on my other bridge, you know, because the tower was shorter, that's where I left it. This, it might not quite look right. I might have to extend that, or maybe even reshape it slightly, so it actually, you know, looks more like it would be a counterweight function. Because honestly, right now, just looking at this, again, you know, I'm not an engineer. I just like to eyeball it and see if it looks like it makes sense. And honestly, that does not look like it makes sense, so I'm going to have to do something up there with that. But I think I got the span right. The height to the cable angles. Actually, I probably didn't even have to go out that far. Given, you know, how big a bridge it is, a bigger gap in the middle probably would have been okay. But yeah, you guys can probably see what I mean now about the counterweight. You got this great big massive cable span and this little teeny tiny counterweight. That's not going to be okay. I might have even come back another build on my other bridge. Heck, I'd have to go back and look at it now. I'm not sure. I mean, this might be okay. Something I can do too, if I feel like it needs to be filled in a little more to, you know, account for the extra cables and stuff, you can always switch over to the smalls and, you know, widen it that way. But just make sure the grain matches up so it looks right. But yeah, that could also look, or help there with the look. Just having trouble seeing the grain there. Okay, so this is what I do, guys. I just kind of build, I take a step back, I look. If I'm not happy with it, I go tinker, you know, I go back to the drawing board. So actually that looks better to me. So, you know, for this particular design, I might actually keep it. That, to me, looks sharp. I can dig it. I might even come back to this and try to redesign it so the blades are angled more back, you know? Which I can do with triangle builds, like on that other thing I was showing you. I'll call it the Clove Relief Platform. As a matter of fact, you know, we're going to fix this little thing right now. My base marker is over there. I'm going to put down a quick travel gate. And a quick landing pad. Metal plating. Metal plating is my bane in this game. How many did I need? 2? I don't even know. I didn't craft not one more than I needed. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to need more. Oh, sweet deal. Alright. I'm going to take a quick trip back over to, and it should be a fast warp, we're on the same planet. Okay, I started the stream at 1 in the morning. I just noticed I'm an hour and 21 minutes into the stream, so that tells me it's after 2 in the morning. So yeah guys, an hour tops, by 3 I've got to be in bed. I know. I'm trying to be responsible and be in bed by 3 o'clock in the morning. But, I'm in this. We need to get this done. So anyway, okay, getting back to the top things. Actually, I came back even further on these blades, didn't I? No, that's right. So yeah, the design I just showed you is what I initially had. And again, these look right because of the angle of the cables, you know. They're more sleek. It just fits the overall contour, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I don't know, the other bridge I might have to tinker with that. I might have to change direction so it's more like what I did over here. So these are bladed back more. It's more sleek. Whereas those are sticking out more to the sides. And again, I did this with large triangle pieces. It's kind of tough to get these going. It started with these. So you see there's a lot of overlap stuff here. Yeah, that was a bit, you know, kind of painful to get started, but ultimately I wanted the back end of the V to coincide with that point. Just so it looked like it was counterweighted. Okay, I'll go over there and play with it, but oh yeah, I was gonna talk a little bit about this. If you want this to, you know, continue a walking path, you can, kind of like what I did here. And I left the grain here. So that's just an example of like how I did this. And you might be wondering how I got the railings and stuff to match. Well, if you can overlap, you know, the wooden floors like I showed you, just like what I did here with these two. These two here. You can do the exact same thing with railings. So there's like one railing that, you know, starts from this one and finishes, you know, in here somewhere. And then the other one just starts somewhere else and ends at this one. So it just, you know, you can't see them, but there's multiple railings in there. But this way, it stops where it should. You don't have railings sticking out, because nobody wants that. Now, getting back to the crossover look, yeah, I just absolutely fell in love with that design. It was just kind of on a whim, you know. I usually just make them straight, you know, say this point to that point, you know, and it looks cool, you know, it looks awesome. Don't get me wrong. I've built bridges like that before. I think I've even demoed one of those in an old video. But yeah, I don't know, like I said, just on a whim, I was like, let's cross them over and see how that looks. And I was like, whoa, I'm keeping that. Okay, so this end, you know, it's just the end. I just, you know, did something fancy here. But, yeah, it's just basically end of bridge, get off kind of deal. Just different ideas. And the holograms, that's a big... I only wanted a hologram up here that would add to the conformity of what I already had going with the towers. And I gotta tell you, when I put those animals up there, it sealed it off nicely. It really put the final touch on a futuristic looking bridge. Oh, wrong base. Beautiful bridges. Kind of funny, it's using the same base photo as my Namek farm. Alright, I think I'm happy with it. Being fattened out just a little bit more. But I think I came out too far on this span. Oopsie. So I'm back in the drink. Red water is like the ugliest water ever. Alright guys, and I'm going to leave the supply pipes for now going across. This way, if I need to delete or rearrange, the ones that go all the way up to the tower, this one will remain. That way those snap points will also remain, just to speed the process up, just in case. So I normally don't like to delete these cross beams until I know the bridge is finalized, it's done, I don't need them anymore, they can go. And I haven't even gotten to the railing yet, which honestly the railing's pretty quick and easy. You guys probably already know what we're doing here with that. And since we have an even number, that makes it super easy. So you just go straight through. Bada bing, bada bang. And of course, that can go all the way through to the grass over there. It's kind of funny, the obvious way is this way. So why does it always by default want to go the non-obvious way? That's another question I've always had, things that make you go, huh, about this game. It always picks the most wrongest way possible. Wrongest. Is that even a word? Wrongest. W-R-O-N-G-E-S-T. Wrongest. Adverb. The worst possible way. Oops. Wrong buttons. I am not doing this right. Hey, that way went the obvious. No, it didn't. What is happening right now? Now we're back to the good old Skyrim. Wow, what video game am I playing right now? No Man's Skyway. Okay, so the great thing about No Man's Sky, builds overlap. So now you guys can see why we laid cable first. Because now it actually looks like it belongs there, again, once those cross beams are out of the way. And it kind of sort of hides some of it, so it looks like it's embedded into the bridge, and maybe it's even gripping from the bottom. And you can kind of sort of see these from the outside too. Excuse me. Another thing I like about this planet is the ambient music. Every planet has its own atmosphere. Now, some of the musics are the same, you know, there's billions of planets, they're not all different, but, like, I don't know, it seems like the nice, pristine worlds, you know, they've got the nice, you know, mellow, ambient music going on. Okay, so I'm gonna cease and desist for right now. I'm actually gonna start the cable work on the other side exactly the same way as we did it before. Only this time I'm gonna try doing something a little bit different topside here. So now I want to keep these open for cable work. So I need to attach these to the back end here. And normally I come out to here. So let's try triangles. Let's try triangles. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street. I don't know if this is going to do what I want it to. Actually, yes, it does. I need to step back and see this, you know, kind of like before, just to see if it A, looks legit, and B, looks like it's properly going against the cables like I want. Ooh, that actually looks pretty sleek. I might even fill this in, thicken it. Yeah, I guess I would go like that on either side. And follow the contour. Come on, bro. Bro! Bro! Yep, I had it. God, that looks awful beefy. I don't know if I like that. Okay, I just got turned around the right orientation. Now, which way am I going? I'm going the other way. I'm not a fan of building in the storm. So what choice do we have? Okay, and of course I won't really be able to eyeball this well until I get the cables laid, so I should probably just punch a hole in there so I can access what I need to access. But yeah, I mean, this might work. I'll get the cables laid and I'll compare the sides. But guys, I need to take a brief, like 5-minute intermission. Holy guacamole! I've got angry water that wants out, and it'll be right back. It's me again. Hi guys. On my breaks, I like to pop back in on screen here, so yeah, I will be picking a jiffy and we'll try to get at least the cable stuff done tonight. Maybe compare the two towers and, you know, I'll wrap it up here pretty soon. Alright guys, another thing I really love about this planet, the atmosphere, like the colors in the sky. It's very rare when I find a world I'm just like standing here and catching myself just staring at the scenery and it's like, oh wait, what was I doing? This is definitely one of those. And in case you're wondering the planet's address, let's get back up. Get into photo mode, and there you have it. Alright guys, reverse order. Making sure I'm happy with the tower placement, and I am. I am not rebuilding that right now. Alright guys, yeah, I will get this out of the way and we'll get back to building. Okay, so out to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, delete number 6. Then we go down to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Honestly, I already know I probably don't want to come out this far with the cable span. That'll make the tower look more right anyway. I'll tell you what, we'll build them. We'll look at it again. And then maybe I'll delete 2 of the sets. You know, these 2 here. Like that one and that one. And then we'll see what it looks like again. I knew I was going to do that. Ah, I missed. There. The jetpack is like the hardest thing in a video game to fly. We're playing a game where we have a universe of unlimited technology, and the jetpacks still suck. Alright, what was I doing? Land pipe, that's right. I know, guys, I heard it too. And the closer you can get to the edges, the better. It embeds it with the railing, you know, better, so it's not sticking out into the actual walkway too far. I mean, you don't have to be right on the pixel, but I wouldn't go in too far. Usually just as soon as I'm green lit, you know, I just hit the button. Even if I come in a pixel or two. Come on. My thumb coordination is faltering. God, it's such a fine motor skill though, like you can accidentally twitch and then like you're halfway across the screen. And I've even turned down my sensitivities. I'm like at 15% sensitivity, like I've got it turned way down. That'll work. It's like every time I jump, I get to run slower. Yeah. Alright. Oh, that's actually a pretty cool screenshot. What? I already know I'm not going to be able to build now. Stand by. Genius. Actually, it probably doesn't matter. These stairs are getting ripped up anyway. This one isn't quite as tall, so that's a good thing. This is a good day. Nice white staircase. Look at me go. No falling off. Life is good. Okay, so that is the front, so I need to punch a hole there so I can access that. And I can actually punch these out too. And I actually probably should. Alright guys, back to the piping. So, same type of party. Go ahead and find that center point. Come back until you green light. Bam. Go ahead and cross your streams. There should be an attach point here. Go ahead and rinse, lather, and repeat on the other side. Oh, I boo-booed. Wait a minute, did I boo-boo? No, I'm good. You boo-boo? You boo-boo. Yeah, we're straight. Alright, I should be able to reach out and touch that attach point. Get that stack of dimes going again. Stack of coins. Shotgun shells, whatever. Come back a little more from that. Now I might need God mode. And we golden. We the Golden Gate Bridge building. Alright guys, it is coming into shape very quickly here. See, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of camp back here for right now, and I'm just going to rely on God mode. It's definitely going to speed up the rest of this. I'll go ahead and do lefty, loosey, righty, tighty first. And then we'll do righty, tighty, lefty, loosey on the back end. Right about there ought to be good. Okay, we got a nice stack of coins there. Beautiful. So now it's righty tighty, lefty loosey. Nailed it. Right about there ought to do. Come on, baby. Come on, joystick. There you go. Okay, now I can fill that hole back in. Yeah, because I really want to get a proper look at this thing, so I want that counterweight to actually look like it's filled in. Otherwise, my eyeballing it might not be so on it. Oh man, here we go with falling into the drink again. You know what? I don't have time for all that. I need to recharge. Alright, I still need to build my foundation on the other side. God, I haven't even dropped that tower yet. Alright. Okay, but I don't care about that. Let's get over... Yeah, see, getting back to what I was saying about, render. That's the bad thing about the longer bridges, is they don't always render fully. I don't know, guys. I think if I go a little further back, like maybe another row of triangles, I think that's okay. And then I think it's not overdone with the cables. And I just realized I didn't finish that. Yeah, see, I was looking at that like there was a nice break in there, but there's not going to be. Heck, they're not even all rendered in Jeepers. Okay, so I did attach that all the way. I would use a flyer for this, but again, over water, they're just going to make me fall right back into the drink. My favorite place on earth today is in the drink. Let's go ahead and match the grain. Oh, sweet. Those actually all went in perfectly. That never happens. Ooh, okay, that's more foreboding. So now that tells me I've got a big beefy bridge. And it looks like it's actually counterweighted to the cable. I'm digging it. The test will be when I put the graphic up there. Because no bridge of mine is complete until I've got a graphic going. So yeah, we're going to wonder this one. Wonder, wonder, wonder. And for some reason, these are always backwards. So if you want it facing, like, face going that way, I think, then you have to be facing that way yourself. Oh, and guys, scale. So somebody asked if, like, how I get my graphics so big. So notice on the upper part of my screen there's a whole bunch of button prompts, and there's that scale with 2 arrows going diagonally, and then it shows the left button, or the left arrow, right arrow on the D-pad. So yeah, if you go left, it goes smaller. If you go right, it goes bigger, and that impacts the size of the graphic. So that's why, you know, it's important. If you want a nice big graphic up here, you're going to want to crank completely to the right on that button. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, so right in the middle up here would be right smack dab at the super busy intersection of plating. Pow. Let's go ahead and drop a cool... I think I'm going to go with the shark bait hoo-ha. Just to see, like, compared to my other bridge design, how that conforms to the shape. That's the one thing I'm kind of curious about. Kind of funny, the exact same button that sprints is also the button you need to change orientations. Rotations, whatever. So that's not awesome. Bro. Come on now, we were doing so good. There we go. And just to complete the look so I can really get a good look at it symmetrically. I feel like I should finish at least the railing that goes over the bridge. And you can time this right, you can keep walking. I wouldn't try doing the sprinting, I'm not that good, you know, with my button coordination. But walking just normal speed here, I can usually find the timing when it flips in green lights. Just helps to speed the build up, you know, that much more. I feel like I could tap a beat here right now. I take that back. Boy, good thing I had all the carbon, huh? Okay guys, so it's going to be left Twix versus right Twix. Or we could even say tastes great or less filling. So let's say the old school style here, the OG, that's tastes great. We'll say the new and improved sleek form, that's less filling. So let's see which one I'm going to go with here. Okay, doggone, I might have to build like out from this so I can actually see what I'm doing. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. That's a decent gap there. Normally I'd have, plenty of land to run around and do this on, but since it's all water, I'm just kind of taking extra measures here. No biggie. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, see, as big as that animal goes, it just doesn't look right anymore up there. So I'm going to have to rethink, the whole graphic if I'm going to go that way. On something that size, it's perfect. But something up there like that, it doesn't work anymore. And that's already max size. I mean, can I live with this? Maybe if I take out the cable. I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm too tired and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And this decision has just become impossible to make. So I think what I'm going to do is I've showed you the build process, I've showed you different designs, models, different ways you can make it look cool, especially down there at the foundation. Different ways to counterweight it. So yeah, go nuts. Enjoy. I absolutely hope these enhance your bases and your gaming experience. But for right now, I am definitely cooked. So I am just going to have to call it and get myself some shut-eye here. Alright guys. Yeah, all that stuff. So the sheep are already jumping over the fence right now. I just haven't started counting yet. I really hope this helps you all out, guys. You can install these at your current builds. You can just find a new base and start it with a bridge. And the really cool thing is you can attach these right to buildings. So, you're going to see that at some point. I might continue the bridge video and do like a base building over there. and that bridge will go right into the structure. It'll have its own door. It'll be awesome sauce. And I feel like anything else that I say beyond this point is just going to be mindless rambling. So guys, thank you so much for joining. I definitely hope this helps you all out. If you enjoyed the video and the information I've provided here today, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. That is always appreciated. Wow, from a head-on view, that actually kind of works. And until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Where did that come from? I actually said the wrong thing there. And until the next time, best of luck and happy building. Yep. Stick a fork in me. I am done. Until the next time, guys, thank you so much. Sunny family, once again, just thank you. Had a lot of fun doing it. And hope you enjoy. Until the next time, guys, peace.